And they're taking this heat seriously, Katie.
Yes, they are, so much so that they're changing plans at the last minute to make sure that people are okay in this seat. But guys, I want to start with a little bit of history about ticker tape parades. The first one in the city was in 1886 when we welcomed the Statue of Liberty. The last one we had was 2 years ago when the U.S. women's soccer team was here. And today we honor the essential workers who guided the city through one of its darkest times as we were the global epicenter of the pandemic.
Saying thank you in a way only New York can. The Hometown Heroes Ticker Tape Parade will honor essential workers who guided us through COVID and marked the rebirth of the city.
We said this last year, as soon as we could reopen the city, the first thing we had to do was honor the folks who got us here, and I think it's going to be a beautiful celebration.
The parade steps off at 11 a.m. and will run along the Canyon of Heroes, the half-mile stretch of Broadway between Battery Park and City Hall. Queens nurse Sandra Lindsay, who received the first COVID vaccine in the country, will serve as Grand Marshal. The parade will feature 14 floats, including a 118-year-old subway car from the MTA and Transit Museum saluting transportation workers. Other groups include small business and bodega owners and healthcare workers like Ambar Kaluskar, a Brooklyn pharmacist who worked straight through the pandemic.
When patients were getting diagnosed positive with COVID, there's definitely a few scary moments, especially early on.
Not participating are members of the EMS Workers Union, currently in contract negotiations with the city and protesting.
You want to give us a parade? How about giving us some incentive to work for you?
And yesterday, a last-minute change because of today's expected heat.
Instead of having a big ceremony at the end of the parade, we'll have a much smaller, stripped-down version of that.
Despite today's temperatures, all New Yorkers are invited to watch the celebration along Broadway. No ticket needed.
This is going to be memorable. This could be memorable. This could be a parade for everyday people, for working people who made a difference for this city. So let's support them.
And that 118-year-old subway is right down the street from here. Crews are getting ready to load it off a truck. If you want to come to the parade today, you should take the subway or the bus. There are going to be changes to service and to routes, but it is the best way to get here because road closures will start at 10 a.m. If you want to stay home and watch the parade, you can do so from the comfort of your couch at pix11.com/live. We'll have it streaming when it starts at 11 a.m. Reporting live in Lower Manhattan, I'm Katie Corrado, Pix 11 News.